On Draw Stuff Really Easy today, I'm going to show you how to draw this spider. But let's not talk about it. Let's do it. You are going to need a pencil, a pen and an eraser. We're going to plan this in pencil first. And I'm not pressing hard because I want to erase these lines later. If you press too hard, it's going to be really difficult to erase. Now here, this is a, what shape is that? It's kind of an oval. And then I'm going to draw another kind of oval like that. Now I'm going to imagine this is like a pill or something like that. So I'm going to draw a curve like that and a curve like that to give a feeling of it being round. And then we're going to get the eyes are going to be up here. And then these are called the chelicerae. Chelicerae. It's going to come forward. And these are the bits they used to suck the juice out of their prey, little fangs at the front. And this whole part here is called the cephalothorax. So it's like the head and the body all together, and the upper body kind of stuff. And we are going to have 8 legs happening sort of all out around there. And we also have these, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's really like 10. So here we have these little things called pedipalps. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw that forwards like that. And this, so we've got a bit like that and a bit like that. And then we can split this into 4. 1, 2, 3. Split it in half, split it in half again. So that's the pedipalp that he uses to kind of get the food into his mouth. Manipulators, really. It's almost like they have 10 legs. Now this leg here is going to come up like that and then down like that. Okay, so there's a couple of bits going on underneath here which you don't really need to draw because it's too complicated and quite small. But this bit here is the femur, which is like the long bone at the top of a leg. And then we can split this in 4 again. So we go half, half, half. And this top bit here is actually called the patella, which is the knee. So spiders have hairy knees. This one is going to be, you're probably going to hardly see it because it's coming almost straight at you. So we'll draw this bit here. That's the femur. And then we want to have a nice curving kind of bit coming down there. Split it in half, split it in half again. This is the femur coming up here. That's going to curve down there. I'm not sure these legs are going to look long enough actually in the end. So we're going to split it in half, half, half. And we're going to do the same at the back. That's going to go backwards, split it in half, 1, 2. So on the other side, well, let's think about the body here. So we want the body is going to come sort of around like that. And don't worry that it's going over the leg because we're going to draw it in ink. And that really wants to sort of come down to a point there, really like that. And it's going to be more sort of curved in like that. So here we have another femur and a curve and a curve. 1, 2, 3. And then we want another one here that's coming up like that, and that's going to come that 1, 2, 3. This one you're going to hardly see because that's kind of straight on. And then we're going to see the next one, femur, and then that's going to be going behind the body there. So I always like to start with things that are nearest to you. And so I'm going to start about here. And I'm going to just come in a little bit. So they're like little gentle brackets. And then we want a kind of a point at the end. So there's a little bracket, 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 point. And then we're going to draw that femur sort of coming in underneath there. Here we're going to draw bracket, 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 point, bracket, 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 point. And then we're going to draw the femur coming down there like that. And you can maybe draw extra funny little things under there. This bear, okay? Something going on down there. And then let's do this other leg. So we've got the femur, that's the kind of the long bit. And then these want to be in little brackets, brackets, brackets to a point. Bracket, bracket, ooh, bracket, and then to a point down there. And then this is the final femur on this side. Bracket, 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 point, bracket, 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 point. If this is all too complicated, you can always stop and replay at any time. You're not going to wear out the video. Okay, so here we're going to do these little pedipalps, which again, 1, 2, 3, these little kind of brackets like that going into there. And then these here are the chelicera, the little kind of thing going on there. And again, that's coming down there like that, a little fang. Let's have a bit of fun with these eyes. So draw a little circle, then almost fill it in. Leave a little bit of white. Make it look really shiny. Spiders have really shiny eyes. And now we can draw the outside, and you can make that maybe a little bit kind of fuzzy, if you like, going around there. Then we want this other pedipalp, so we want a bracket, 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 point, bracket, 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 point. We'll make the legs a bit more hairy and do some shading on those a bit later. But let's just draw them in first. So that's going to be the femur, and we want a bracket, 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 point, bracket, bracket, femur going out like that, bracket, 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 point, bracket, 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 up to the femur. Here you can hardly see anything, but that'll sort of go off down there. Here's the femur, and that's going to go behind the body, so let's draw in the body now. The abdomen rather, and that's going to sort of come down. You've got spinnerets and stuff down at the back there. And that's going to come in like that. And then you can draw in a bracket like that. Now when you are absolutely sure that the ink is dry, then you can erase all those pencil lines. You can see how much the pencil lines helped you to plan out the drawing. But anybody looking will go, how did you do that? That's amazing. So I think what we're going to do with the shading is here, we're just going to sort of shade in. I'm going to do all the femurs first, okay, like this. And these want to be pretty dark underneath there. And that wants to be pretty shaded there. Let's do all these femurs. So they'll all be, oh, that wasn't a femur at all, is it? So they'll be quite dark close to the body, right? And then when we come to the legs, what we're going to do is we'll do kind of dark, small, small, small. And then when we get to the bracket, we'll do a big one. And then they'll just get smaller. So we get a big one at the bracket, and then sort of fading away into dots, really. So big, and then dots, big, into dots. So we're just sort of giving it a feeling of sort of 3D, really, like that. So big one into dots, big into dots. And here we go in the other direction. Big one into dots, big one into dots. And the same all the way along the pedipalp. You can make that quite dark there. And again, I think when it comes in underneath, you can make that quite dark to make the forelegs stand out a bit more. And I think we're going to need a little bit of shading in there as well. Like that, and maybe a bit sort of along there. Pedipalp, so we got the, do it sort of where the join is a bit darker. Dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark, light. We can work our way all the way down the end here. And then here, I think we need to have a little bit of sort of shading in there. And I'm just doing little kind of little marks which kind of look a little bit hairy too, so we can just do that in there, and that helps to make the front legs stand up forward a bit. And again, we can do some sort of hairy kind of things in here as well. Make that quite hairy there. And I'm going to draw that pencil line in again. So that's actually the midline down the body. So I'm going to draw another one going there like that, and another one there. And these are going to be sort of stripes going down the main part of the body. And then this one will be coming up there and just disappearing there. So just kind of two stripes And then some of them kind of have a sort of markers. I'm going to put some X's and spots and things like that. Let's put like an X. This isn't any particular spider, but it's kind of works out basically how most spiders work. And so we can put some little lines like that when the legs touch the ground, and that helps to sort of make it look like it's off the ground. I'm going to erase that pencil line now, and then I think you can just put some little kind of bits of hairiness on there. Just don't overdo it though, because you're just giving it a feel of hairiness. I think if you cover the whole thing in hairs, it'll just kind of look a mess, I think, you know. And sometimes when you're drawing, it's best just to give it kind of an impression of what's going on rather than every final detail. So we can just put a few little sort of hairs in on there as well. You can colour this in a kind of a sandy, spidery colour. Maybe add a bit of shadow. I'm going to put a help sheet for this on my Patreon page, where you can learn lots more about drawing and also help me keep this channel going. And there you go, how to draw a spider. Thanks for watching. Make sure you are subscribed to Draw Stuff Real Easy. Go on, click that button down there. And in the meantime, keep drawing, drawing, drawing. Practice, practice, practice. And I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye-bye.